Yo, this dude makes me laugh, bro. So this is a review to Heckin Steve physical collecting game pickups of yo of of today. Basically, he posted the video today. Yeah, yo, I basically was doing. I did a review more than a week ago about this already. Like that, they came out with a buy 4 for 10 and buy 4 for 20 deal. Um, and to my opinion, I said like they didn't really have any games like that I would have really purchased. The only games I felt I was interested in purchasing out of that GameStop sale, I obtained. I got 4 or 5 copies of Devil May Cry HD. I'm looking at one right now in front of me actually. I got 4 or 5 copies of Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom, and I got a couple other games. And yo, I would definitely say 1,000% his pickups, as for my opinion, dog shit. But at the same time, I kind of already gave a warning to anybody if they were to watch my videos. I think there's one saying GameStop pickups 4 for 40 or 4 for whatever for one of my videos. I said there wasn't that many games. A lot of the games was whack, to be honest. So the deal, yo, I don't know if Heckin was trolling. That's the other part too. I think he's trolling a little bit. His episode kind of had me laughing a little bit, but I think he was trolling. So yo, bro, I'm gonna show y'all right now. I think he was trolling, bro. That shit is so funny. That shit is so funny. I'm gonna show y'all one thing that he showed that I got in possession. So I was confused to that shit. Okay, I don't know where the fuck is that one at? Okay, 1 minute. Okay, it's somewhere here. But he showed that he had like a bootleg copy to this. I wound up buying 4 of these for $10, and I got the steel case. I got for one of them is the steel case edition of it. So when he showed it that they didn't even give him this cover. Yo, that shit was mad funny, bro. That shit was. I'm kind of getting a headache right now because that shit was. I thought that was mad funny. Like yeah, this was another one of the games. Actually, I bought 4 for $5 a piece. Like I said, look, the four Marvel vs. Capcoms, these 4 Rush for Bloods, and I bought 4 of these Persona 5s. I just don't know at the random moment where the steelbook is at. So here's the tip for what I did for that, for them GameStop sales. Try to look up stores in your area that might possibly have multiple copies of that game. So what I mean is like they'll give you the option to order online or PC, Steam, PC. Yo, to keep it a buck with you, I genuinely don't even play with Steam, but I'ma always say that for these past billion years, PC. But how I wound up getting like all these copies right here of this. I looked up a store that had 4 copies and I bought them out. And then when I went to the store, luckily I saw it come out like this and the steelbook. And the rest of them came in the mail. The rest of the orders was mail orders. Like, okay, this came to me like that. I got 2 of these like this for the Smash Bros for $5. Like I said, there you go. The HDs I bought for $5 each. I actually paid $10 by mistake for this. Yeah, I could dig that for being on a modern day console. I bought one of these just because it was a compilation game, and then to be honest with you, this is like the best of the Dead Space series, the part 2. So I stay trying to snatch these if I could find these for $6 to $5. Yeah, heck, and see if you need tips how to get yourself some good games. I just said it to you. For one, when it comes to those sales, you gotta be yo, bro. Okay, here's another example. When it comes to any of those sales, it's best to be in the mix of it within the first hour to 3 hours than to find out about it a day, 2, 3 days later. Most likely, a lot of the good things are gonna get bought out. So, an example, Best Buy had a clearance sale today, but it started at 12 o'clock, 12 a.m. in the morning. So when I finally found out about it, like later in the afternoon or whatever, and I was looking up certain games I would have liked to buy, they're gone. They're already bought out. So, yeah, you snooze, you lose. When it comes to a lot of them sales, the modern day sales of getting these modern day console games, it's unlocking around 1 a.m. in the morning. This, I wish I could have got this for the Nintendo Switch. It came out with the compilation of this. This is one of NIS's only I would say adventure games. So I wound up snagging this a while back off of eBay for maybe like $12 or $15 or something. Thought it was a cool looking game, so I bought it, whatever. But yeah, that GameStop sale, he basically was saying like he wasn't able to get a lot of his games, whatever. To me, I felt like this was the best of one of the best things out of that sale. Any Marvel vs. Capcom is gonna go up in price, y'all. So maybe even the regular ones, the regular Marvel vs. Capcom and those Ultimates. So that's yeah. To keep it a buck with you, these are the four main things I would say I copped from them. That but I knew about the sale when it went down. I've been hip to this sale for 2 years. I've been hip to how to deal with GameStop for maybe the past 2 years now. So the things he was going after was dog shit. That's the rating I want to give to Heckin Steve. That was a dog shit ass collection he was going after. I feel like he was trolling though. I feel like he was trolling to an extent. But yeah, your average person doesn't buy 4 and 4s and 4s and 4s and whatever games, bro. That's not a regular thing. But how I look at it, I put my 2 and 2 together that make more money doing that. So you snooze, you lose. Like this game right here too. You can't find this shit. You cannot find this almost anywhere. So I saw a video talking about this. I looked it up on eBay. I found the copy. I bought the copy. Simple as that. And I almost didn't get that copy. He accidentally sent it to the wrong person. And like the other couple times that I tried to look on eBay to see if one of those would pop up. So this is one of the hardest games to find for the PS3. PS5 is still in its early stages. So that's why I buy a little game here or there for the PS5. But the system is still in its early stages. So that's why I'm not really collecting heavy. Like I guess what was one game I bought? Trying to think of the name right now. There was a misprint pool game that came out for the PS5. I bought like 2-3 copies of. They were like $10, I think, from GameStop. GameStop might still have the game. It's called 3D Billiards, Pool and Snooker, but the GameStop print of it, they misprinted the railing of the thing says a whole other video game on it. So I got a couple of those sealed. Which eventually, once those go out of stock, that could likely become a rare and expensive game. Misprint games. Like it says a whole other video game on the brim of the game. So I like to collect like specific things. I don't really go after whole entire collections in every game. There's some old school sports games I would like to get my hands on, but yeah, like there's cheap games you still can buy now that are going to be $50 games later down the line, and that's why I say for my review of his episode, that was dog shit. That was dog shit. The game, what he was buying off of eBay and everywhere else, and how much trash talking he do how much trash talking that man be doing. How he be scamming and whatever and getting people getting over on people and getting the good stuff. Yeah, I actually bought the last 4 or 5 copies of this off of GameStop online. But that doesn't mean that they're not in 1,000 stores. Like I said earlier, even though it might have said sold out online, you could have looked through the list of stores in your town, and likely they would have a copy or two, if not 4 of them in a couple of them places. Cause that, like in my city, like I don't know if to say this was sold out. I couldn't buy 4 copies. It was something I couldn't do, and I wound up just getting it from a store in the city. $2.50 for an Atlas game. You can't beat that. You cannot beat that for an Atlas game. $2.50. That's a good deal. So like the type of games I show. Really, this ain't even really the type of games I don't really buy fighting games, to be honest with you. I only bought this because this is just something that has it all Capcom versus fighting games. It's a notorious history of all of them going up in price. And I studied the PS3 era to come across this and then it's still a reasonable price. Let me get myself multiple copies. Cause well over 1 million plus of this was sold. So you can get yourself a couple copies, and when it does jump up in price, you can make a good couple dollars back. Keep yourself 1 copy later. That's how I look at it for me. Because this is definitely one game I got the whole collection. I got 1 through 3. So I got 2 collections of 1 through 3, and I think I bought 2 more copies of this one. So yeah, that's how I look at people who he's entertaining. He reminds me of this other guy I watch on a couple social medias who be playing live streams and I like him too. I like Heckin Steve, and I like this other guy too. But I'm not shocked of him collecting that bullshit that he showed for this video. I'm not shocked. After talking all that shit, I am not shocked. I am not shocked. That shit got me laughing, bro. He got me fucking laughing with that shit, bro. I'm not shocked Heckin Steve buy that kind of bullshit. And then it kind of looked like he might have watched me before. Cause it looked like 1 or 2 things he pulled up are things I got. Well, I don't remember. I don't think I got a video showing the Resident Evil. Nah, I do got a video maybe showing that Resident Evil shit. I got two CDs. Actually, I got a couple copies of the Resident Evils for the PS1. Luckily, I'm so happy GameStop gave me that one. Like, GameStop doubled the price, but like a year ago, y'all, Resident Evil 2 was like maybe $12. That shit might have been like $12 or $8 off of GameStop. If you could have ever, it was hard to catch the retro games posted on GameStop, but if you ever was able to catch it, the prices was cheaper than they are right now for retro games. So I caught GameStop when they posted that shit. I bought 2 copies of that, no question. Like, yo, the last of the GameCube deals, I tried to snatch up. I tried to snatch up a Metal Gear Solid for the GameCube. They had a Metal Gear Solid, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, 2 Zeldas, and a Mario Party. Like, it was like a Mario Party that they had. It was all great prices they had them for. I bought the whole shit. It was on like waiting, whatever, and they canceled on my order. That was the one, because they doubled the price. Right after that, last time they posted that shit like that, they doubled the price. And to be honest with you, I'm not buying it now. I'm definitely not buying it now. So yeah, Heckin Steve definitely dog shit for what you bought recently. And I wouldn't be shocked that a lot of the rest of the stuff is dog shit too. That it's a cool game. That Resident Evil one, that was cool. But I just don't know if he was trolling or not. That's the part I'm kind of stuck on, because I got 4 complete copies of this, no problem. And don't get it twisted. Like I did say, They do send you shit like that. They do send you shit like this. That is true. That is highly true. I got you know, it's the thing with GameStop. I would explain to people, when you're trying to get a game, try to get 2 copies of it. That'll raise your chances of getting a complete copy. Try to order 2 copies of the game, if not 3, if you can. That'll raise your higher chances of getting it complete. And then the ones you don't like, you just return. That's how I've been ordering from them. I don't know how I came to that realization. That's how I've been. Something, I don't know what it was, but one day something just clicked, and I just stayed. Anytime I catch some game on stuff, but I don't really mess with GameStop like that anymore, y'all. To be honest with you, I only mess with it with those kind of sales, that 4 for $40 or whatever, and then you just buy packs of games, and whatever the ones you don't like, you return and you keep the rest. Straight, simple as that. Simple as that. And the earlier you get at the opportunity, the better odds you have of getting good stuff. The later you're at the party, the later your odds at getting good stuff. Straight up. Straight up. It ain't nothing else. It ain't nothing else besides that. So I don't know how long I'm gonna be staying messing with game. Like I said, I only mess with GameStop just like once or twice a year kind of thing. And to be honest with you, this is kind of like a pre-Black Friday sale. What they did right here, they didn't do this last year. Last September or September into October, they didn't do that. That sale didn't exist. I had to wait all the way up to Black Friday to get this They didn't even have these 250 deals. So this is they've been doing Black Fridays or whatever for 2 years or 3 years. I don't know what's going on in the change right now, but I take advantage of those. Yeah. I definitely would say that. But I'm kind of highly on the back burner with buying brand new games for them. I don't really buy brand new games for them. I rather deal with Amazon, Best Buy, other businesses. They more legitimately send you the game in its best condition than how how GameStop be dealing for these past couple years. So that's pretty much it, man. Um, yeah, you want to order a GameStop, you got to find out about the sale immediately when it happens. Otherwise, you're gonna miss out on whatever's the best games out the bunch on that sale. Like that goes for what I just said about with the Best Buy thing. I missed out on it. It was 12 a.m. It was 12 a.m. this morning, and most likely within that first hour, I was asleep already. Within that first hour, certain games I was looking at, I was interested in buying. I missed out on buying them. I missed out on it. So I don't really just buy any game just because it's on sale. I'm not interested in that. But I missed out on what I would be interested in, and I gotta keep it pushing. I can't boo-hoo about that. So even me, I miss out on things. Everybody here and there misses out on stuff. You can't catch everything. Can't catch them all. So yeah, that's the best way I would give advice and information about, how you got better ideas towards buying retro games, man. eBay is a great app that I would definitely say you should take advantage of it now than later, because there's something I'm kind of noticing about Amazon. Like, okay, the best deal you can get on eBay, on Amazon is double the price. And eventually that's going to trickle down onto eBay as well. So eBay and like meeting a person in person to buy their games is the last stronghold of maybe getting a deal, that you got to just take the time to learn how to work the apps. Same way I took the time to learn to my best ability. And I don't really go after a lot of games, to be honest with you. I haven't really been thinking about buying any used games right now. The one game I wish I would have maybe bought a minute ago was Tekken 5. But I'm happy I got 2 copies of Part 3, which is one of my favorite games. So there's little games here and there I might not know about that can have cool features on it that I hope I can learn about before they become expensive. But if I don't, I'm not busting my head over it. There's a Fight Night for the GameCube that I never knew that got Super Punch Out on it. The one with Bernard Hopkins, and it says it on the game case that Super Punch Out's included. I never knew there was a copy of Super Punch Out for the Nintendo GameCube. That game was like a $5 game for mad long, maybe even like $2, $3. That game was like you could have bought that for nothing. That and like I wish I could have got that sealed, brand new for like $5, $10. That most likely was around that price. That's a good game. I would assume to have sealed and put away. It's a copy of Super Punch Out for the GameCube. So there's certain little games here and there that can have cool things that maybe I don't know about all of them, but I'm still appreciative of the mix that I'm in at the moment. And but it's more studying the video game libraries. So looking at the whole catalogs of like between America, PAL, and Japan, and to find cool games that you'll see out of those. There's discographies on YouTube that'll show you the video game, show you it being played, and you gotta use your brain of putting two and two together to find out what's the bangers and the gems and what's not. That's my input to how to collect video games. You gotta look through catalogs. It takes time. It really does take time too, and then you gotta use your brain as best as possible to study. Really, you gotta look up. You gotta stop and look up games. Maybe you'll find like that's how I wound up doing. I found some of them for cheap. Some of them was out of my price range. The ones that was for cheap, I took advantage to try to get a copy or two. One of my most biggest gem games for the GameCube, I got by mistake. I was hunting for compilation games, games that got like a compilation of arcade games or whatever. I was starting to collect games like that for different systems. And one day I was looking for Capcom Classics for the PS2, and I came across it for the Game Boy Advance. I looked it up and noticed that it had a copy of Mighty Final Fight on the cartridge. I went crazy, got that cartridge in my hand, and bought another three more. That's one of my prized possessions, and that cartridge ain't even worth much. But in reality, it's really worth $200 and more. And I only paid $6 or $10 for them. Got more. I got four of them and one sealed, brand new, in great condition in the box. There's a lot of CDs out here, bro, that's still cheap, and those compilation CDs is worth a pretty penny later down the line. And I'm happy and appreciative. I taught myself since COVID about that shit. It's been on my mind for a lot of times through my days in life, and I gained opportunities of blessings through searching for it and doing business with people. So GameStop, I only really deal with them with the sales. When they have those big sales, you can buy four for 40, whatever, four for 20, blah blah blah. And that's pretty much it for this past straight year, if not 2 years right now. This is the only way I deal with them right now. Cause everything else I didn't want to deal with the headache of paying like higher prices, and I was getting incomplete games or this, that, and whatnot. I don't like that shit. And I don't like to have to keep calling them and keep waiting 7 days to 2 weeks or whatever to keep seeing if I'm gonna get the right disc or whatever junk. So I'm very vague with how I deal with GameStop right now, and I like I said, Amazon got tons of games for 25, $20, $15, $10. It all year round, all year round, all year round. That's what I stick with at the moment. So yeah, your video, Hank and Steve video had me dying. I was laughing, dog shit, and these are the tips how you could do a little better. Peace out.